So, tell me, Bobby, what exactly is the article about?
The kidnapping of an American citizen.
You think I had something to do with this kidnapping?
I'm not the one you have to convince.
The Reluctant Fundamentalist is probably the most difficult film I've ever made, in terms of the fact that it took firstly 3 years to adapt the screenplay from a very challenging and beautiful novel. And once we had this extraordinary cast, it was still really difficult to raise the money for it, mostly because of the political nature of the subject. I mean, any relationship between America and the world and the subcontinent, anything to do with Islam, is always been a monologue so far, and I was committed to make it a dialogue between these two sides of the world that really don't know each other. So that was scary for a lot of investors. And I remember one investor we were speaking to for money, and he offered us a pittance of like $2 million for this whole film, and that was not to be. And he said, well, you know, you can shoot it in Rockaway Beach, darling, but if you have a Muslim at the heart of it, all you're worth is $2 million. And, you know, he spoke the truth that many felt, perhaps, but no one said. Essentially, you know, in that way, it was the heart of the problem.
You have 20 minutes to convince me that you belong at Underwood Sampson.
In America, I get an equal chance to win. And whether or not you hire me, Jim, I am going to win.
Good answer. Congratulations.
It was something I knew I wanted from the moment I read the novel, actually. I called up the publishers soon after I'd read it. I asked who had the rights. They kind of hung up on me. And then it was a real challenge, actually, kind of winning Mira around to it. And a lot of the work I've done has been a bit more edgy and left field in a kind of British tradition. And I'm not Pakistani, I'm very much a Londoner, British born. So I appreciate she was looking for that authenticity. You picked a side after 9/11? I didn't have to. It was picked for me.
Step over here, sir.
So is there a problem?
He's an employee.
Follow me, please.
Have you ever been a member of a terrorist organization? How do you feel about the United States of America?
Agent Ford, I love the United States of America.
You never see a film made by an Indian director about a Pakistani situation. You almost never see a film where the central character is a young Asian man who is supported around in very nuanced and layered roles by the likes of A-list Hollywood actors, you know, Liev Schreiber or Kiefer Sutherland or Kate. I mean, the whole balance of power is different in this film.
This was an incredibly demanding film to make. You know, we didn't have a huge budget. It's a very ambitious story. Just actually trying to fit that multi-city, intercontinental, you know, multi-time period. I mean, The Beard had its own kind of trailer, and it was just really intense. When you don't have a lot of time and you've got a lot to get done, it can be very easy to adopt a dictatorial approach and just say, right, follow me, we're marching this way.
That only happened on Wednesdays.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wednesdays weren't good days, you know, you don't talk Wednesdays.